and you want them to appreciate it. You don't want to just sell them the $30 stick. Sell them this $8 cigar that they'll enjoy, right? That's the way I look at it. That's the way I'll do business till the day I'm out of it.
This episode, I sit down with my good friend Dan Bynum, longtime owner of the Canyon Cigar Company, a highly rated, locally owned cigar shop with a dedicated following. Let's take it away. Welcome to the Cigar Standard. I'm Nate, and I'm here with my friend Dan from Canyon Cigar.
Hello.
We're going to smoke Davidoff Millenniums today, a little bit older style band. I'm looking forward to trying these out. I've never asked you this, so I'm interested to know, how did you get started in cigars?
I had a feeling this would come up, so I'm going to tell you how I did. A friend of mine, probably in 93, 94, 95, took me to Club Humidor. Arthur Kemper, who is now vice president of Perdomo Cigars, was running that store. And he showed us around the humidor. I had no interest at all in purchasing a cigar. I didn't know anything. And my friend told me, said, I'm buying you a cigar. So he bought me of all things, a Davidoff 5000, which I thought at the time $10 is crazy for a cigar. Why would you do that? He bought it for me. We took it back to his house. We were sitting out on the patio smoking the cigar. It was memorable.
That's cool.
And I was a cigarette smoker.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks later, I was never a cigarette smoker again.
Thank goodness for that.
And that's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And since that day, I've just loved cigars. That's what got it going.
So you had your first cigar in 1993. What happened between 1993 and whenever you started Canyon Cigar?
My ex-wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, ended up taking a job at a cigar shop in New Braunfels.
Okay.
And she came to me one day and she said, I don't enjoy working for this person, but I love working here. So I had a shopping center down below my hill, which is where Canyon Cigar is. It was doing nothing. I told her, if you give me 45 days, I'll build you a cigar store. And it took me about 30 because it wasn't much. It was where the humidor is now was the storefront. Where my office is in the back was the humidor. Okay. Now it's expanded into a bunch of things, but that's really the reason I did it. And I did it as a hobby, and I did it so that we could generate income for her, and that was all I cared because I was traveling the state building things. And it just turned into what it is today. And every now and then I'll sit back and I look at it and I say, damn, this is what they mean by little things turn into big things.
Yeah, the American dream is real.
I guess so.
That's
I guess
cool.
so. So that's how we got here, and we're there today.
How many years has it been?
May 24th, 2002, we opened the store. So we probably had 20 facings, maybe 30.
Jeez.
Now we have 200.
So
whatever.
You're coming up on 24 years. What's some of the hardest challenges of starting up and owning and growing a cigar shop? You don't get to just start off buying and selling the best stuff, right?
You do not. Usually when you start, the brands manufacturers who will put you on early on are ones who really need some exposure, need some sales in the business. The good guys, if you will, the ones you and I really like.
Yeah.
They're not looking for new accounts. They can already sell everything they can roll. So it takes a lot of long-standing relationship, and it takes us being in business proving to them that we're here to stay. You know, I remember when we got Arturo Fuente, I don't think I've ever received a Christmas present that made me as excited as getting Arturo Fuente in the store. Same thing with Padron. They're just two family brands, two long-standing. There are many Arturo Fuente and Padron cigars in that humidor right next to us.
Yeah.
Because they are quality.
They're the greatest.
And they care about what they produce. Davidoff, same way. We're a low-level Davidoff account. We are not a white label, which is what this is.
Right.
So this is a treat for me.
That's
I don't
great.
get to smoke this. But yeah, and I would also say you obviously have to have foot traffic. You have to have the products. And we're in a rural area where it's challenging. When the summer comes, it's not so challenging because they come from every major metropolis in this state to Canyon Lake.
Yeah.
But I always said when the locals support our business, we'll make. And they started supporting us probably 10, 15 years ago.
That's awesome. How does a brand or a company like Placencia or Padron or Davidoff create a connection with the smokers?
Nowadays they do it with an online presence. In the old days they did it by whether it be a family member or a sales representative coming to your store, and then annually we would have the trade show. It used to be called the RTDA. Now it's PCA. Is an annual convention, and you get a face-to-face with each other. You develop a rapport. I remember one of my first or second trade shows, I went in begging Padron to open an account, and we're 2 years in. So Padron's not opening an account, but he did take my name and he did send me an email.
That's good.
And I kept sending them an email, and sooner or later we got Padron. But I mean, they're people like we are. They're and most of the time they're a family. And the family ones are the ones that I really appreciate, which is why Padron is a number one in my store, and Arturo Fuente is, and their sales representatives kind of reflect that as well.
Yeah.
They're more personable. They seem to be, and they're very knowledgeable. Whereas some of the big companies, I used to have a rep, and I won't name him, but he was from a big corporate sales, and he knew nothing about his product.
Sure.
I would ask him, what sizes do they come in? He said, I don't know. He'd pull out his book.
Right.
If I ask a Padron rep that, or if I ask a Fuente rep, they know it right off the top of their head. So that in itself tells me, as the retailer, that he cares about me and about his product. More importantly, really, he needs to care about his product. Need to believe in it. So
I think that's definitely true for me too, with the brands that you're mentioning. Like, that's the thing I like about Fuente. When you listen to his interviews, and it's always about family. It's always about family, 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 family. And as a person who owns a family business and runs a family business with his wife and has 3 daughters that travel around with us for our family business, I identify with that. And I always joke with my wife, I'm like, I won't tell you if I won the lottery, but there'll be signs. I'm going to buy a plantation in the Dominican Republic, and I'm going to have peacocks. How can newer cigar smokers find their place in cigar culture without feeling overwhelmed?
So often I hear people talk about going into cigar stores being intimidated by people who expect that you're going to know what you're there for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And all they want to do is point you to this brand A, brand B, brand C. Whereas they need to ask questions. It's sales 101 is what it is. Find out the information so you can put the proper product in the person's hand. I don't care what it is. Could be food, could be anything. Same as a wait staff. I mean, that's what they're there for, to help you find what will suit you.
Not treating them like they're stupid or they're not, they don't belong, because they ask a question that to them is an important question, but to the person it sounds like such a waste of their time to have to answer such a remedial question. And I think that turns them off with cigars, and it might turn them off with cigars for good. And I hate to see that, but I hear that a lot. Or the price thing, right? They go, oh, you can't buy any cigar. You can't buy a good cigar for that amount of money. You need to spend this amount of money. And it might not be in their budget to spend that kind of money.
Exactly.
You would do well to help them find a good, say $6 to $8, $10 cigar, instead of badgering them because they're not buying a $35 cigar.
And not everybody can smoke white label.
No.
You know what helps immensely in that is, and I'm not a huge fan of it, although we're here doing it today, is the internet. Because they'll see a review, they'll hear about a certain shop. John Smith was unbelievably patient with me. He showed me everything. That's one of the things I'm proud about. My guy is I'll go on Google and I'll read his reviews. Almost every one of them mention how patient he is.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you have to be. You have to be patient with them and educate them and act like you care.
Yeah.
And hopefully you do care. I mean, sometimes if you just have to act, then just act. They're the consumer.
Yeah.
But hopefully you're being a good human being and you truly do care and you want them to appreciate it. You don't want to just sell them the $30 stick. Sell them this $8 cigar that they'll enjoy, right? That's the way I look at it. That's the way I'll do business till the day I'm out of it,
well,
which may not be that long.
Well, it's like we had another guest in here that owned a shop, and he said a good rule of thumb for their shop is don't be a dick. Just
it's a good
be nice
rule of
to
thumb.
people. I think that's a pretty good rule for just about anything.
Well, we've walked into a couple of shops where they're just dicks. We're bothering them. You're bothering them.
You get that at a lot of different things. So.
That's terrible. That just puts a black eye on our industry.
So what are some good questions that a new cigar smoker coming into your shop can ask to help you guys better serve them, to get them with a cigar that best suits them?
Well, I would say first and foremost, they need to let us know at what level they are in cigars. If they're new to cigars, if they're completely new to cigars, but I generally ask them, do you smoke cigarettes? Mm-hmm. If you're a cigarette smoker, chances are you probably can smoke a stronger cigar. But then one of my very first questions will be, would you like mild, medium, or strong? And almost 90% will tell you mild, maybe medium. Mm-hmm. So it's come in the store, talk to the attendant, talk to the clerk, and say, I'm new. I want to try this. They will direct you to the mildest stuff in the house, mm-hmm. and they'll start you off that way. I would always suggest start with a small cigar. Don't get yourself committed. What we're smoking here today are Robustos. This is a 45-minute to an hour cigar. Right. I would say pick up a Petite Corona, something mild, usually a lighter Connecticut wrapper, which is the lighter wrapper. There's a brand of cigars by Drew Estates called Deadwoods. And what it is a mild cigar, aromatic pipe tobaccos that has a sweet tip. Every cigar smoker I put that in, unless it's Nate or Dan, or somebody like us, love it. It is the perfect starting cigar.
It's a great
And if they smoke that and they like that, we may have something there. If they don't, then we probably don't.
Right.
That's usually a good barometer of that.
What does a great cigar experience look like beyond just the cigar itself?
Well, I'll tell you an experience that I had when I smoked my very first Padron Aniversario Principe. Mm-hmm. I was at a friend's wedding, daughter's wedding, sitting on the coast of Texas, watching the sun go down amongst people I loved and cared very much for, smoking a cigar.
That's cool.
And to this day, that has been my most memorable cigar because of the company I was with, because of the reason I was there, just the location, the environment of where I was. That made for an unbelievable smoking experience. And to this day, Padron's my favorite cigar.
That's awesome. So, and they're great cigars.
They earned the place. They didn't just get put to the top in my book. They earned it. I'm older and I'm softer, Nate.
Yeah.
I didn't used to be, but I am now.
That's a good thing.
It is
a good thing.
It is a good thing.
And look at you, you're on the internet.
Oh my God. No, I'm not on the internet yet. Please tell me no, guys.
No, not yet, but you will be.
It's an unbelievable experience. You and I had it here, sitting in those chairs.
Months ago.
We're sitting there smoking a cigar, watching whatever was on TV.
Yeah.
Chewing the fat, just talking about things. How do you like it? How do you don't? And I don't think I was any more comfortable at any point of that day than I was sitting right here with you.
I appreciate
And that's what cigars do for me.
Thank you for coming, Dan. I really enjoyed smoking these aged Davidoff Millenniums with you. Love hearing your story about what got you into cigars and going from never having smoked cigars to owning a cigar shop to now having a pretty cool community up there in Canyon Lake. And look forward to coming by next time.
My pleasure, Mr. Nate.
Yes,
My
sir.
pleasure. For you, anything.